Welcome back to Return to Disc. I'm Dan. This is episode 26, and I want to thank everybody for the awesome reactions and comments to my last two videos about the Rocky Knockout Collection on 4K UHD. I have good news. I was able to get a replacement disc from Best Buy. They exchanged it right away. I went in there. They didn't even check the broken packaging. They had no questions. I was even able to go grab it off the shelf and exchange it. So smooth sailing as far as that. So I have my collection now. It's not broken. And again, thank you guys so much for all the great feedback and comments and likes and subscribers. So we're getting close to 300 subscribers now. So hey, let's keep going. When quick-witted slacker John Winger, played by Bill Murray, loses his apartment, girlfriend, and job all in one day, he does what any red-blooded American would do. He joins the army and nearly starts World War III. Also starring Harold Ramis and John Candy, Stripes has become one of the most beloved comedies of all time. That's a fact, Jack. This is the 4K UHD from the Columbia Collection Volume 2. Stripes is I would say it's a comedy classic. Bill Murray, Harold Ramis are just amazing in this, and I think this is Harold Ramis is one of his first movies on screen. He was more of a writer. He helped write Animal House, and he wrote some, sketch comedy. And Bill Murray and Harold, they kind of came up together in Second City. But the one person that I think makes a outstanding impact and steals every scene that he's in is John Candy. John Candy is fantastic as Ox. And right away, when he calls one of the army people Eisenhower, I mean, you're in for a barrel of laughs with John Candy on screen. There's joke after joke after joke, and they still hold up. I thought it was a wonderful time, again, to revisit this film. According to the special features, there's two great new documentaries, interviews with Ivan Reitman and Bill Murray. And they talk about how the movie was originally written for Cheech and Chong. And Cheech and Chong didn't want to do the movie, and Ivan Reitman was dead set on having Bill Murray. There were several improv scenes, including the basketball scene where Bill Murray's in his apartment shooting hoops, and it goes through the window, and he asks for a little help, and the prop guy was like, "No, I don't want to break the window," and Bill Murray's like, "That's the point." Bill Murray talked about, too, how the production was 1980, and they heard about John Lennon getting shot, and how everybody was really feeling depressed and stuff, so they kind of rallied together as a troupe. And they talked about how being on a film set is sort of like being in the army. You're going to battle each day, 12-hour days, you're a crew. And it was filmed on location in Fort Knox. I thought that was very interesting. I always thought that a lot of this was shot in New York, but they used Louisville, Kentucky to stand in, and I really, again, I learned something from the disc, so that was nice. Warren Oates plays the straight general, Sergeant Holka. There's that pivotal scene in the bathroom where he's telling Bill Murray, why don't you just punch me in the face, Winger? What are you going to do? He's trying to get these screwballs in trouble, and he ends up being injured, of course, hilarious. And the crew rallies around Winger, and they come up with their own routine, and somehow they're put on assignment, and then Holka comes around and embraces the group. That's what this movie's about. It's about putting our differences aside. As absurd as it is, there's still some reality here as far as like rallying together as a team, being a part of a group, and then representing your country and saving your fellow man, going back to it's a rescue mission at the end, so they're going back to save their whole crew. And Elmer Bernstein does the score, and I thought the score was actually really good for a comedy. It's got one of those catchy themes. Warren Oates, John Candy, Ivan Reitman, Harold Ramis, they've all passed on, and it's just I feel like Stripes has really gone under the radar now for current audience. You don't really hear much about it. You hear about Bill Murray's other movies like Groundhog Day or Ghostbusters. This is like I said, the 4K UHD cover. The two discs in here. And this is a wonderful transfer. They went back and restored it from the original camera negative. It looks amazing. Also included here is the extended edition and the theatrical cuts. Both cuts are included here. 40 Years of Stripes of Bill and Ivan. That's the two documentaries I was talking about. Those are the only new special features on here. The Blu-ray has the rest of the special features from like the extended releases prior and the other DVD releases prior. So do yourself a favor. Go out and check out Stripes if you haven't seen it. You won't be disappointed. Hey guys, wanted to give you an update on my Better Call Saul complete series fiasco. Again, thank you guys so much for your feedback, and we can all agree this is terrible, half-assed packaging. So I ordered some Blu-ray, 10 disc Blu-ray cases, replacement cases. So hopefully this goes well. I was able to put seasons 1 through 3 in the 10-piece, and I thought I was recording, but I guess I wasn't. So now you guys are getting part 2 of this. But anyways, I've put the first 3 seasons, and then they look way better in this replacement sleeve instead of this crappy shell. But back to the shell. Let's get back to hopefully safely transferring all of these discs over to the replacement. Alright, so I've got discs, 2 discs of season 4 so far in here. Alright, that looks smooth. On the season 5. Okay. As you can see, it's a gamble every time you try to lift those discs up. They seem to want to break. Well, I feel a lot safer having this set up now and be able to watch the show and enjoy it and not be worried about breaking a disc. Look at this crap. Alright, season 6. And then the Gene episodes at the end here. Alright. So I've got all the discs over into the new containers. I want to see if they fit into the sleeve, because that would be perfect. They do. Good enough, right? I mean, a lot smaller than this egg thing, but you know, I'll have to figure out some kind of artwork for this. But I'm gonna keep the sleeve to keep it in together. Unfortunately, I had to do this, but hey, you know, better than some. But anyways, that's the update for the Better Call Saul complete series set. What's up, guys? Today I am going to be unboxing Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown soundtrack on vinyl. Has songs like Across from 110th Street, Midnight Confessions, Street Life, Natural High, and of course, Didn't I Blow Your Mind by the Delphonics. So let's check it out. Alright. That certainly is blue. Looks pretty great. Got the band apart on there. Executive album producers Quentin Tarantino and Lawrence Bender. Awesome. 8 songs, 8 tracks on the first side, and 9 tracks on the second side. We got some more vinyl unboxings today. Next is Top Gun, the original soundtrack, featuring Kenny Loggins, Loverboy, Berlin, the actual theme of Top Gun. More Kenny Loggins. And yeah, this is the Walmart red vinyl exclusive, so let's check it out. Alright, so here's the back, very cool. Lyrics. All over the cover, there's lyrics. Alright. It's red vinyl, guys. So yeah, excited to put this on the turntable. Next one is Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Volume 1. There's the back. Songs featured on side A: Hooked on a Feeling, Go All the Way, Spirit in the Sky, Moonage Daydream, Fooled Around and Fell in Love, I Want You Back. Side B: I'm Not in Love, Come and Get Your Love, Cherry Bomb, Escape, Ooh Child, and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. So all the awesome songs that came in. So includes all the awesome songs that came with the movie. So let's check out this one. This another Walmart exclusive. First of all, I was worried that the record was exposed, but it looks like there's plastic in front of the record, so that's good. I still might look into replacing this case. This kind of might be damaging to the record. Yeah, no sleeve, nothing. So there's the front, Star-Lord's helmet, and then the back. I like the back a lot. Got the crew there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a great soundtrack. Excited to pull this one out and play it on the turntable. All right, back to the show. From the Academy Award-winning Coen Brothers, The Big Lebowski is a hilarious, quirky comedy about bowling, a severed toe, White Russians, and a guy named The Dude. Jeff the Dude Lebowski, played by Jeff Bridges, doesn't want any drama in his life. Heck, he can't even be bothered with a job. But he must embark on a quest with his bowling buddies after his rug is destroyed in a twisted case of mistaken identity. Starring Jeff Bridges, Jan Goodman, Julianne Moore, Steve Buscemi, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and John Turturro, experience the cultural phenomenon of The Dude in the #1 cult film of all time. Big Lebowski was one of those films I was told early on in high school, you gotta watch this movie. This movie is amazing. This movie is so funny. So my buddy let me borrow it. I watched it at home, and I didn't get it at all. I didn't understand what was so funny about it. It just went over my head. I just thought it was kind of a stupid movie. Obviously, it got better for me. But man, that first watch, I did not connect at all with The Big Lebowski. I can't remember when, but years later, I think I was watching it on TV. And for whatever reason, that opening scene, bowling montage, the Bob Dylan song, Man and Me, for some reason, that started to win me over. The way that I would pitch The Big Lebowski now, it's a film noir. The dude is our detective, and he doesn't want to be. But he's put in this situation where he's mugged in the beginning, and these guys pee on his rug. They mistake him for the richer Lebowski. The dude wants his rug back, and he wants it replaced. These guys pissed on his rug, and even early on, there's a scene with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Jeff Lebowski. But the dude is like questioning, like, well, who is this rich Lebowski? He's kind of doing a little bit of detective work indirectly, and then the rich Lebowski needs help finding out where his girlfriend went and her toe and all this other stuff, and the dude is caught in this web of murder, mystery, intrigue, and it leads us all down this road that's ends up Julianne Moore shows up and wants to have the dude's baby, and Walter, played by John Goodman, he's a Vietnam veteran. He takes this very seriously. The nihilists show up, and so there's a lot going on here, and it can be confusing for first-timers. So I totally get it if people don't like it right away, because I came around to it, and now it's one of those films that I probably watch every year. So I have a question for you guys out there. Did any of you guys like Lebowski on the first watch? Were you like me, where it became like an acquired taste? And what I have today is the Steelbook from Zavvi, the 4K UHD Steelbook. I love this artwork with the dude on the bowling alley. And if you're expecting a full-on bowling film, go watch Kingpin, because this is not going to be it. Half of the movie is bowling, but it's not really a bowling film. Like, the dude bowls, and that's like his big hobby, but it's not really a bowling-centric film. And I also have the limited edition Blu-ray with the rug on the back. Nice little booklet here. So as far as the 4K transfer, this this film really shines. You had the correct coloring, correct framing. Everything looks all natural. The colors really pop on the trippy scenes in the montage, like the Kenny Rogers montage. Just walked in to see what condition my condition was in. That scene. If anybody's struggling to get into The Big Lebowski, I highly recommend give it another watch. Have a beverage or two. Sit back, relax, let it wash over, and enjoy the smooth sounds of Sam Elliott's voiceover. For more Return of the Disc, visit returnofthedisc.com. Check out the audio version of today's show, available on all major podcast platforms. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel.